Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. So on this video I'm going to show you how to change the main battery on a W205 Mercedes, and fingers crossed I'm going to fix my start-stop problem in the process. Right everybody, so the reason for this video, okay, is like I said, it's a dual purpose video. So firstly, I'm going to show you how to change your main battery, which you can do yourself quite easily, and I'll show you what tools and the steps taken to do that successfully, okay. The second reason is because about a year or so ago, I took my car into a Mercedes dealership because I had the auxiliary battery malfunction error come up. So if you've had this problem, you may know that this car, unless it's a hybrid model, doesn't actually have an auxiliary battery. You basically have like a little capacitor underneath the dashboard somewhere that Mercedes replaced. Now for me, since that was replaced, my start-stop never worked. I have just had this car serviced and I asked them to look at that. They turned around and said to me that they've done a test on the main battery and it's not basically putting out enough power to activate the start-stop. Now, I have seen on the internet, as I'm sure you guys will have done if you're looking for this video as well, that start-stop is linked to powering the main battery. So what I've done is, instead of going out to the main dealer and getting them to fit one for £350, which is horrendous, I've picked one up for £150 here in the UK, so a lot cheaper, and fingers crossed that's going to start fix my start-stop issue, and we might be able to see that amber light on the dashboard turn green. So let's get on with the video of changing the battery, and then we'll go for a drive and see what happens. Right, so first of all you're going to need to get this cover off, because obviously mine's a UK car, so my battery is under this side. So let's get all these undone. Right, so now we've got this cover off, as you can see the battery is really easy to access. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this little cover off, and then we're going to switch to taking the terminals off. Right, so this is indeed 10mm. So that's a positive side, that's a negative side, and you always start with the negative. So we're just going to undo that. That should be loose enough. And then we're going to lift that completely out the way. Right, that's disconnected. And we're going to do the same for this side, the positive side. There you go, that should be loose enough now. So we're going to put our tool to the side, and then we're going to just lift this off. So if you can see, we also have this that's just plugged into the side of the battery. Okay, so you just need to remove that. So obviously I've got my little tool. There we go, so now that is disconnected. Okay, and then the next thing, hopefully you can see that there. So there is a retaining nut that you can just see on camera right there. So we need to take that off, and then the battery will be free to come out. Right, so this battery retaining clip is a 13mm socket. So I'm just going to get that on now. There we go. These can be quite stiff, guys, but this one's coming off nice and simple. Right, so that's the clamp holding the battery in place. As you can see, there's a little ridge there and just sits against it and keeps it in place. I'm going to put that to a side. Now we're going to lift the battery out. These things are quite heavy, by the way. You can see that's our battery tray. Fully complemented with leaves. That's our positive that we just moved out the way. That's our negative, and that's the little clip that goes in the side of the battery. You can see that there. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a clean because I don't want to put it back dirty. Then we'll get on to fitting the next one. Right, just to show you for a comparison, okay, so that's the old battery that we're taking out. That's the new battery that we're putting in. Now as you can see, what I've done, I've just put it on charge up to 100%. As you can see, using this charger here, just to make sure that when it does go on the vehicle, even if it's a brand new battery, that it is at that 100%. So fingers crossed we can test the start-stop feature. So as you can see, okay, everything matches up. So 12 volt, empty amps with 800. And the same here, start power 800, capacity 80 amps. Okay, exact same size, and it's an AGM 115 that came out of the car. and is what going back in, right? So as you can see, this is 100% charged. So let's go refit it into the car, and then fingers crossed, that's going to solve quite a few problems, and the start-stop's going to start working. So we've got our battery ready to go in. Now as you can see on the side, there is a hole there, okay? That's for that little clip that we took out of there, and that's already got a bung, so of course they know which side it goes at. So we're just going to lift this in and then get it connected up. So that's a new battery in place. It has actually started raining, so I'm just going to plug this in there. Should go in nice and easy. There we go, that's in. Okay, so I'm going to quickly re-put this bracket. Which one? That one there. Okay, I'm going to refix that in, and then I'm going to connect the terminals up, and we're good to go. Right, so our retaining clip is back in place. So it's just a case of the terminals now. So I'm just going to lay this flat. That's in place. We're going to start with the positive. All right, we're going to pop that on, and then we're going to switch our ratchet to tighten. I'm going to tighten that up. And then finally, we're going to pop on the negative. There we go, we are now on. We're going to give that a tighten up from this side. Right, perfect. Good to go. Right, so I'm just going to get all this back on and then start the car. So I'm just going to pop this back on. That just literally pushes on there. Make sure everything's clear. Right, that's all good. Now for the engine cover. Here we go. Make sure it's all clipped in. Lock it off. Time to start the car. Right guys, one little thing that I have actually missed out from this tutorial is there is rumours that the batteries need to be coded, okay, and that you need to tell the car that the battery has been changed, okay. Now I've done my research on the internet, okay, time and time again, and I can honestly tell you that I could not find an answer straight away, okay. So I decided to actually call up a Mercedes dealership, and I actually asked them, when a battery is replaced, does it need to be coded, okay? Do you need to reset the battery counter or whatever you need to reset? My answer that I received was a firm no. When their technicians replace a battery on their cars, okay, or in their workshop, it requires no coding whatsoever. So that answers that one, guys. So the next thing to do is go for a drive and see if we do get the green start stop. If we don't, then that's the end of this video, and thank you very much for watching. You now know how to change the battery on a W205 Mercedes. Obviously the battery, whichever side your car is on, makes an absolutely zero difference. The process is the same. So I'm going to go for a drive and see what happens, and fingers crossed, wish me luck, that it's fixed my problem. Right guys, good news. So I have jumped in my car and I've literally just started driving. I've simply got round the corner, and I'm pleased to announce my stop start is working. There you go, as you can see, the stop start has gone green. So if I lift my foot off the accelerator, off the brake, it should start, and it has done. There we go, that's absolutely perfect. So basically all this time, the problem, let's see if it stops, brake hold, and the car has stopped. Brilliant. Right guys, I do have another couple of little videos coming up. One is a really cool feature, so it's a secret hidden menu, which is quite cool. Anyway, hope you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give it a big like if you found it helpful. So yeah, effectively, that's how you change a battery on a Mercedes W205 car. And yes, changing the battery has fixed the start-stop problem. Brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.